This is The Scoop for Tuesday.
I'm Sean Canahan with the WMNF News headlines. Florida and 3 other Republican-led states have settled lawsuits with the federal government over access to voter citizenship data. The states reached an agreement Friday with the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. They had sued the agency under the Biden administration, claiming it withheld citizen information they needed to verify voter eligibility. They can now use what's called the SAVE program to check the citizenship status of thousands of voters. The program was updated under the Trump administration to enhance its capabilities, but voting rights groups have expressed concern that those updates could lead to unlawful voter purges. The information sharing could become a focal point in next year's midterm elections. 2 Florida educators' unions have filed a petition against the Florida Department of Education for a new proposed rule regarding how professors submit syllabi. WMNF's Chris Young reports the Florida Education Association and United Faculty of Florida say the rule undermines academic freedom and campus safety.
The proposed rule requires college professors and graduate assistants to use a new program to submit final syllabi 45 days before the start of class to the public. FEA President Andrew Spar says the rule micromanages how professors teach a class.
We don't feel it is appropriate for the state to have oversight over what's being taught in every classroom. That is a college by college, university by university decision on what courses are offered.
He says the 45-day period doesn't allow enough flexibility for professors to change plans due to events out of their control, like a hurricane. Spar also says the new system for syllabi poses potential security risks, as the dates, times, and locations of all classrooms would be publicly available. WMNF contacted the Florida Department of Education and did not receive a response. Chris Young, WMNF News.
The massive tech company Meta has gone to an appeals court after a circuit judge refused to dismiss a lawsuit filed by the Florida Attorney General's office, alleging that features of Facebook and Instagram are harmful to children and that the company engaged in misrepresentation. Meta operates those social media platforms. The company filed a petition last week after a Pasco County Circuit judge rejected the company's motion to dismiss the case in October. The lawsuit filed last year alleges that the company has violated a law known as the Florida Deceptive and Unfair Trade Practices Act. But attorneys for Meta argued in last week's petition that the case should be tossed out because of a federal law, which is widely known as Section 230, that helps shield social media companies from liability because of the First Amendment. A full federal appeals court will take up a battle about a 2023 Florida law designed to prevent children from going to drag shows. It comes after 2 rulings blocked the law on First Amendment grounds. Yesterday, the 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals said it will hold a full court or en banc hearing in Florida's appeal of a preliminary injunction issued in 2023 by a U.S. district judge. The order also vacated a May decision by a panel of the appeals court that upheld the injunction. Yesterday's order did not explain the court's reasoning, but it went along with a request by Florida Attorney General James Uthmire, who in June sought a rehearing. The Central Florida venue Hamburger Mary's challenged the constitutionality of the law. The Florida law seeks to prevent venues from admitting children to adult live performances. The law would allow regulators to suspend or revoke licenses of restaurants, bars, or other venues that violate the law. Also, it would prohibit local governments from issuing public permits for events that could expose children to the targeted behavior. The Sarasota Manatee Metropolitan Planning Organization has adopted a 2050 long-range transportation plan. It's called Invest Today, Transform Tomorrow. The Sarasota Herald-Tribune reports the plan will guide the spending of nearly $2 billion in federal and state transportation funds over the next 25 years, while considering regional growth. The MPO says the plan sets out to balance economic development with the community's need for vibrant places, a healthy environment, and resiliency. The plan takes into account a large population growth. The region is expected to have 1.3 million residents by 2050. Much of the growth will be east of I-75 and in northern Manatee County and southern Sarasota County. The plan prioritizes local and state roads that were selected to serve this growth. This afternoon, it will be cloudy and windy with highs in the low 80s. Partly cloudy tonight, overnight lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, not as hot with highs in the mid-70s. I'm Sean Canahan with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.